I think I'd rather be sitting next to the fireplace drinking a hot cup of coffee. What do you think?
Well, I believe we've done all the damage I care to do.
We've got...
This is a real treat for me, Jack. Don't have to go fishing and don't have to do any cleaning. I heard you had a little different way to clean these fish.
Well, most guys that fillet fish will use an electric knife. And I do too when I catch a lot of sand bass. But on crappie, this meat is so delicate, I think, that I usually use a little different method on filleting crappie, so I can get all of the meat, because they usually cut that rib cage right on out, you know, with the electric knife. Well, the way I do it, I cut right over that and around that rib cage, and I get all that meat. And I leave the rib cage attached to the fish. And it's a little bit slower, but once you get used to it, it's not a bad process at all. And you'd be surprised how much meat is really around on that rib cage. So I just try to save as much of it as I possibly can. Now you come out of there with a whole piece of fillet, see there?
Well, it doesn't look like you have to get into the intestines either. It's a little bit cleaner method.
Don't get into the intestines whatsoever. Hey, here goes the old famous match story that you drop in your grease. When that match ignites, it's ready to start cooking fish.
The old temperature meter.
Yeah, that's a temperature gauge right there. There it went. So it looks like we're about ready to start dropping some fish in.
Well, you got a secret recipe for these fish, Jack?
Yeah, I have. Good mess of crappie, a little bit of salt, and cornmeal. Just plain old cornmeal. That's a funny looking crappie. Yeah. We're going to just call him a channel cat.
Did you pick him up while you were crappie fishing?
Got him down in the same hole that I got my crappie out of. That size of catfish makes all for good eating. So I usually try to keep them and throw all the big ones back, of course.
Yeah. Well, I've always heard that the secret to cooking good fish is to have that grease at the right temperature.
It is. I believe whenever you taste these, when you get to the table, that you won't notice any sogginess in the meat, because of that grease being good and hot. It sears it over right quick, and keeps the grease from getting all the way into the meat. Why don't you taste that, Jeff, and see if it's fit to eat? If it ain't, we might have to do something different.
Well, Jack, I think you can pass the test here.
Think it might work, huh?
Yeah, that'll work. That's real good.
See if old Neil might want to taste one of these.
Feed the cameraman, keep him happy. That's real good.